business page.
Arete is a Greek word that means moral virtue and excellence of any kind. It's also associated with living up to one's full potential. There's a software development company, in-state college named West Arete, whose founder and president is using the skills that he's learned to bring positive change to the world and the community. West Arete is a member of 1% for the Planet, where 1% of all profits are donated to environmental organizations. It's considered a B corporation for profit, but is also committed to social causes. President and founder Scott Woods joins us now on the Sunday Business Page with some lessons learned from both the corporate and nonprofit worlds. Scott, welcome to the show. It's good to have you here.
Thank you, John. It's great to be here.
West Arete. Now, when I saw the word, I thought it was French, not Greek.
It's true. The root of the word is Greek, and it actually comes from a climbing term. But we love the double meaning of virtue and quality at the same time, because that's so much about what our software is about and what our team's about.
And climbing as well, because we're going to climb out of whatever mess we're in, right?
That's true. There's a lot of that.
So what exactly is West Arete?
So we're a custom software development company. So we work with innovators within all sorts of different companies and nonprofits that innovate within their field. And we take their idea and we turn it into working software and beyond and help it to be successful.
So a company that needs software comes to you.
Yes.
Essentially, and says, here's what we want to do.
Exactly.
Now, a lot of companies, you have a lot of competitors, I suspect, right?
Tons.
So what makes you different?
The difference for us is that we only work and seek out the projects that are going to do some sort of good in the world. And that's not, for us, it's not just a feel-good sort of thing. For me, I know that that's really what of the big differences that allows our team to perform at a much higher standard and much higher level of quality and performance than ordinarily they'd be able to do.
So you, in essence, turn down business?
We do, in fact. We turn away projects that we feel are not making enough of a difference to truly inspire our team to do the best work of their life.
So let's consider some examples of some of the things that you do. Okay. I noticed in one of the write-ups something called the Living Wage Calculator.
Yes.
What is that project all about?
That was a really inspirational project. Dr. Amy Glassmeyer studies poverty in America, and she developed a model whereby you could go to a community and pull all of this data to calculate what it truly costs to survive there. What hourly wage would you have to make?
What would be the living wage?
What would be the living wage? And then compare that against what the minimum wage is and what you'd make in a particular industry. We wrote the software that does that for the entire country, any place in the country. And the inspirational part for us, we're like, this is a good tool. The impact that we saw in terms of changing policy, and for us, the big light bulb moment was one day when workers were protesting wages outside of fast food restaurants. IKEA made the decision that overnight they would pin their minimum wage to whatever the living wage calculator said. Thousands and thousands and thousands of people got a raise overnight, and these were the people who needed it most, the people who were struggling to get food.
So the one company, IKEA, stepped up and said, we're going to use this calculator. And obviously the living wage is different depending on whether you live in Penn State or State College or Philadelphia.
Exactly.
Or anywhere in the country for that matter.
And that's what I think makes it difficult for companies to know how much they need to pay in order to be competitive and also support their employees well. And I think it also makes it difficult to set policy.
Do you have another project that you're particularly proud of?
We're really thrilled with Contributary. And
What is that?
Contributary is a platform that we developed for Giving Days. So community foundations all around the country will put on these events called Giving Days, where the community rallies to donate to nonprofits. Yes. Most people have seen one of these go by in their communities.
Yeah, we've had one last week, I believe, here in Pittsburgh.
And there was the Giving Day here. We have developed what we feel is a better software platform for doing this. It's more robust, stable, easy to use, and it introduces a level of excitement and education around the nonprofits themselves. Yeah. And we see a much larger impact in terms of the donations made.
That's great.
And stability.
Well, you're also a member of something called 1% for the Planet. And I saw this and I thought, gee, what is 1% for the planet? I did not heard of this.
So 1% for the planet spun out of Patagonia as a commitment that businesses...
Patagonia?
Patagonia, the company.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
And so it spun out of there where it's a commitment that companies can make to donate 1% of revenue, so the top line, in thick or thin, to environmental nonprofit organizations. What that does is it's that culture and that community of businesses that have made that commitment. It forces you to perform well financially because you know you're going to be making this donation in thick and thin. So you have to make sure that you're profitable.
So it's 1% of revenue.
Yes.
Not of profit.
Not of profit. Very big difference.
Yeah, a huge difference. So if every company in America gave 1% of their revenue,
that would be an
unbelievable number.
Unbelievable number.
So what is done with this money that you're making this contribution to this? It's an organization called 1% for the Planet?
So they certify, but actually the money goes directly from our employees to the nonprofit organizations. So we choose to partition that money evenly and allocate it among every employee at West Arete equally. They choose their favorite environmental nonprofits where that should go and share among that. That creates a big sense of purpose for our team.
Well, Scott, I can't thank you enough. You've come down from State College to share with us about this wonderful organization, West Arete, and I appreciate very much the work you're doing. I think this is a model that I hope lots of other companies in Pittsburgh will follow.
Thank you so much.
Thank you again. Good to be with you.
Good to be
We'll be back with more of the Sunday Business Page in just a few moments.